Assassination, borderline banter, your source of information. From politics to global affairs, we dissect the news nobody compares. Mike's insight shines a light, Dustin's clicks keep the show tight. Politics, events, and much more. Borderline banter, never a bore. Tune in, listen, join the conversation. Borderline banter, your source of information.
I haven't muted.
Hey, welcome to the show. I guess we jumped the gun there, are we? A little late, but hey, hope you're having a great Friday night. Welcome everybody. Yeah, we were watching Borderline Banter. How's it going, Dustin?
Hey, it's going pretty good. Just looking at the YouTube, trying to figure out if it's actually there. It transitioned. It was a little weird.
Yeah, huh?
Welcome to Borderline Banter. It is Friday.
Hey, Coach Mob. So.
Welcome, Coach Mob. And I actually appreciate the little siren things because I was wanting to make sure our chat is appearing and updating correctly. Because we were having some technical testing a couple days ago where having some issues. But
yeah, welcome to the show. It's
all
Friday night.
Go.
It's the weekend. We've made it through it. Still got some Trump news to talk about because when don't we? And yeah, let's see what else is going on this weekend. How's your vacation going so far, Dustin?
Pretty good. You know, just didn't do anything today except we went for a bicycle ride, so it was pretty good.
Nice.
Until I fell off my bicycle, so I have some wounds.
Oh, yeah.
But due to TOS, we can't show wounds.
I guess you can't even make
I'm maimed in a lot of places.
Because Joe Biden fell off the bike. Right?
Oh, he did? Why did they let him on a bike?
I don't know. They thought
it just seems like neglect to even let him on the bike. Isn't it? That's elder abuse. Yeah, there is a.
Yeah, so it's like 95 degrees here right now. It's pretty miserable. Not gonna lie for us Canadians, but yes, it is what it is.
It's pretty nice here, but we've been having construction going on. They're redoing the roofs of all the buildings in this apartment complex. Yeah. So they've had like generators running outside. Like, so anytime we're out on the porch, it's loud as fuck.
Well, that's insane.
But it looks like by Monday our building will be done, so maybe that'll make it better. There's like 9 or 10 buildings in this whole area, this complex, so they're gonna do them all.
You want to get right at it, or
I don't. What's the delay?
I don't know. I think it's you.
You tell me.
Yeah.
All right. So this first one's weird. I couldn't get it to show the friggin' name of the place without showing 1,000 ads that blocked more than they could.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well.
This is the Times of India. India Times. I don't know which one. It says both in there. So.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So assassination attempt on Trump. Was there a second shooter? This is the first time I'm hearing this thought because I thought that was like one of the first things that they were just saying. It was like a lone guy.
I'm gonna go out right off the bat and say no, there wasn't. There's some videos going out there right now. Sorry, I just realized how friggin' frizzy my hair is. This is what curly.
It's pretty frizzy today.
Jeez. But yeah, there's videos going around of a water tower in the background, and there's a black object
water
on
tower.
it. Yeah. There's a black object on it, and people are thinking that it's a second shooter. I don't think it is, but I think it's just a shadow. But we'll get into it a little bit here. See what they say.
I think this is just saying the same thing. I don't even know if that's the article. I think the article actually starts here. Former U.S. President Donald Trump received an enthusiastic welcome from his supporters during an opening night of the RNC on Monday. This appearance came just 2 days following assassination. We're quite a bit past that now, though, because they just finished the final day on Thursday.
Yeah.
So, obviously, when he came out in the Pfizer form, he had the bandage on his ear. There's actually people in the crowd who are wearing a bandage on their ear, like solidarity.
That's kind of.
Did you see those?
Yeah, I did.
It is what it is.
You know my opinion was that, but I was like, no, that is pretty silly. Like, come on, guys, right? But whatever. They want to do that. They have the right to do that, I guess, right? So.
Yeah, you can make an ass of yourself in public. It turns out it's great. America's great. It's the greatest.
The crowd erupted in chants of fight, fight, fight while pumping their fists, echoing Trump's response to the immediate aftermath. Okay, maybe this is just a bad article. Because I kind of
well, yeah, because we need to get into where they're talking about the.
This wasn't what I posted. It was something else on it, but
Maybe okay, because they're talking about the one on the roof, which we know about. So let's just keep going down. And yeah, we know about the injuries and of course the death of Corey Carpenter. Just innocent people in the crowd, literally innocent people. Which Trump did mention on Thursday when he came out there. He did like an hour long. Yeah. He just kept going. No, he did finally mention him.
Sorry, that's the thing though. Sorry to go on about that. I was watching it last night, and I had to turn it off. I'm like, you know what? Joe Biden would have been like 4 minutes, and he would have fucked up 12 times, and he would have been done.
And they would have been guiding him off the stage like, exactly. That's enough.
So, like, whether you love Trump or hate Trump, he is a much better speaker than Joe Biden, and there's no...
You still turned it off, though.
But yeah, because I was tired. I was like...
You're just telling me two different extremes of like, bad content.
But no, just because you turn it off, you know, I fall asleep to good movies all the time. You know, sometimes it's just time to end it, you know? Anyway, but yeah.
Now the other thing that I noticed, since we're on the topic of Comprador, they had on the stage, Trump had on the stage a uniform or something and a helmet, a firefighter uniform and helmet. It
was Corey.
But for some reason it was not spelled right.
No,
they misspelled his name on the uniform. It didn't have the A. It was just Comprador without the A. And that stuck out to me. I'm like, do they have the real uniform? Because I knew how his name was spelled because we talked about it and had the articles. So I was looking at that like, did they fake the outfit? Or how does that make sense?
So I'm looking into that right now.
You could just look for like not a clip. You could probably find an extra screen grab of that outfit because I can't be the only one who noticed it. So, audio forensic analysis conducted by experts from the National Center for Media Forensics at the University of Colorado. Hey, that's us, or me, in Denver. Suggests the possibility of a second shooter. Oh, fuck. Colorado is the one saying there might be a second shooter, which it might be complete nonsense, but
I'm 99% sure it's complete nonsense. So,
according to Catalin Gregoris and Cole Whitecotton, the first 3 shots were consistent with alleged weapon A. The next 5 were consistent with alleged weapon B. And the final acoustic impulse was emitted by a possible weapon C. While one of the shooters has been identified and another was a Secret Service sniper, the identity of the third potential shooter remains unknown. Well, I mean, if these people are correct about it being 3 distinct weapons, from my hearing, I don't agree with that. But couldn't the third weapon have been a law enforcement or something, some other sort of agency?
100%.
Another good guy with a gun.
100%.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a second person trying to kill Trump. It could be a second person trying to defend the situation. It could have been an
echo. And it could have been an echo.
It could have been an echo. They're in kind of a weird area there where there's just a big open area and then buildings surrounding it and trees, which could create an echo effect. Right?
And yeah, like there's actually people don't understand how things work. It could have been like. People are panicking, so yeah, I don't think there was a second shooter.
Who are these people? It says they're from the University of Colorado National Center for Media Forensics. So I don't. They're doing this all based off the audio files, presumably. But how expert are they in weapons and how weapons should or shouldn't sound?
No, you're right. So it is spelled wrong, but I want because that's a pretty big claim to say it was his jacket. His wife would say that. So
yeah, he said it was his.
Maybe it was, and the fire department just spelled it wrong. It was an ongoing joke. They're like, "Well, we messed up."
That's not a good joke. I have a name people fuck up, and that's
maybe he just didn't care. Some people don't care. People mess up because I have a few different last names.
He was Italian. So, Italians care, you know. So. Come on.
I'm gonna look into that. Whatever. Anyway, I'm sorry.
It's weird. It's weird, and I hope somebody figures out is it like maybe somebody has some like photos of him doing his job before this.
That's what I was hoping to see. Right?
And then you look and see is he just wearing it? It's the same, and it's like okay then. Otherwise, it's just like weird. The initial burst of gunfire originated from the identified shooter's location. A second burst was detected from an unclear location, distinct from the first. Well, I mean, depends. I mean, that's their audio files are telling them that. But guys. My audio files, my shitty ears, who aren't very good, I couldn't tell you. But additionally, there may have been a third shooter who fired a single shot, which that would be the sniper, the Secret Service sniper. The single shot was, I thought everybody heard that one single shot, but I don't know. The more and more I read this, everybody kind of are remembering it differently.
So,
It's kind of weird how people do that.
So there's a story. There's an article out why his name's spelt wrong. So, now I can't send it to you because it's gonna mess everything up. But I'm sure if you look in, you can find it if you want to look into that. Or
yeah.
but yeah.
So the exact number of shots fired by the Secret Service snipers on the rooftop behind Trump is unknown. I thought
One shot?
I don't know. I thought they'd said they did like 3 shots. Well, yeah, 1 shot to kill him, but I don't know.
So yeah. So which is pretty crazy. Someone brought it up. It's like when we knew it.
Trump did say that during his speech. He was like, it took just 1.
Yeah.
But Trump also is known for not necessarily having facts and saying things anyways.
It was just 1.
Says most reports indicate that it took only 1 shot to neutralize the shooter, which from what I was hearing, I believe that's true.
Yeah. And from the
because there was one like louder bang.
And from the picture I saw, it looked pretty true as well. Like there's a picture that I saw. Okay. But the writing's pretty small for me, so I can't see it. But
the agents equipped with sophisticated sniper weapons, one mounted on a tripod. I mean, they put all this other crap on the screen.
Yeah, but that's yeah, I know.
And if I zoom in, those zoom in too. Look at how awful that is. Like it's so bad. And I tried to fix this one, but it's this website. So we always we harass the websites that have shit like this. So get fucked.
Yeah.
Times of India, do better. News for you. Get this off my screen. I'm not looking at that news right now. Anyways, where were we? The exact number of shots fired by the service is not known. They indicate just 1. The agents equipped with sophisticated sniper weapons, one mounted on a tripod, another on a small stand for a prone shot, are believed to have fired after the shooter initiated gunfire.
See, that's
However, the sequence does not entirely match the acoustic evidence. The evidence suggests that the final single shot, if confirmed, may have been fired by the snipers, resulting in the shooter's death by a single headshot. Well, I thought that's what everyone was saying.
Yeah.
The final single shot was the snipers.
Now, there's no way there was another shooter. People would have seen it. People would have moved.
Yeah, that's where it's like...
And that's the thing. I don't care what you hear on the video. Look how the crowd responded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of them said they thought it was fireworks, and that's why they didn't panic. But if you look at it, they all knew after he got up, everybody pretty much knew what happened by then. And no one was panicking, really. They looked pretty content. If there was a second shooter, I'm pretty sure there would have been panic.
Yeah, and I would think that... Well, it says the FBI is investigating. They'll probably find out and not tell us for like 60 years.
Yeah, just like JFK.
We still don't really know on JFK, so...
Well, when RFK gets in office, he's going to release those documents, so...
The first comment on here is like, the global left cabal of Soros and China. They're panicking. Like, okay.
So, yeah.
Commenter on this website, chill.
I don't think there was...
But yeah, I would be highly skeptical of there actually being another shooter. And if it was another shooter, I would think it was a law enforcement person. Yeah.
No,
right, of some sort.
The one thing I found is kind of weird, though, is how the sniper was ready to shoot him right after. Like, you usually take a second to line up. That was a pretty quick shot for a sniper to take. But that's because they knew they were there. We already had reports come out saying that we knew they were there. An hour before the Trump rally even started, they had to talk to the guy. They saw him walking around with the gun, you know? Like... Yeah,
it was pretty incredible how much foresight they had the ability to do something with, and seemingly didn't.
Like, I don't want to... I wasn't thinking inside job, but it seems pretty...
No, they're bad at their jobs.
Yes, pretty bad. Or one person was really good at their inside job, tricking the other bad one. So
they take it... The one thing that they take to heart is, I'm going to get home. Yeah. I'm getting home to my family. And that means being a coward.
Yeah. And, yeah. You got to do that. Like, we were talking about Uvalde. And they could have saved so many kids. But nope, because they were cowards.
Right, so you could know an hour and ahead, and everybody would be like, well, do you want to approach a guy with the rifle?
Parents were going to go in there with their own gun, but the cops would let them. The parents were like, I'm going to go in there. You know, like...
Oh, I mean, you can't do that. Okay, we don't want vigilantes. No Batmans. Okay.
So, all right. Well, I think that's that.
As much as Trump voters would love to be a Batman. But yeah, I think we have one more article that actually still is talking about the Trump stuff. This one's from ABC, though, so we can actually leave their shit at the top and try unrealistic about this.
Okay.
1 screen, 2 movies. conflicting conspiracy theories emerged from the Trump rally shooting.
Kind of goes with
Two
the-
very different conspiracy theories are spreading in the days following former President Donald Trump's attempted assassination at the Pennsylvania rally.
Yeah. So what I heard, and
Okay.
a lot of Democrats are saying this, that it was fake. And when he fell down, he had a blood pack in his hand, and he smacked his ear with it, and that's why.
Oh, like wrestling style?
Yeah,
like
and
he just had Hulk Hogan at the RNC.
And that's why they had
someone who famously did
that's,
that.
That's why they still have the ear patch on, because there's actually no injury on his ear, so they gotta hide it because there's actually no injury there, and it was all fake, right? That's one conspiracy, which is crazy because that's like yeah, I don't know, right? So
well, but if it
somebody
was
did die
injured,
too,
you'd
though,
have it
right?
covered though. So like that doesn't really prove it either way.
But
It
they're
being
trying to say
covered.
it's been a week. Oh, been 5 days.
It's the
You have it up
Schrodinger's
by now.
ear patch for me.
No. Like I'd want to cover it up for a week or two, wouldn't you? I don't know how long.
Yeah,
it
you're
should be
supposed
on,
to.
so-
I mean,
but-
it's an interesting place to get injured. I've never had an ear injury to
and-
try to like you can't put a normal Band-Aid there, right? It's
Now,
just a
Trump
weird
said
place
this.
to try to heal.
Now
so.
again, Trump said this, but he's like apparently the ear bleeds more than any other thing.
That's a
So,
lie.
Like. I
No,
don't
it's
know.
just a lie. No, there's no not knowing. Okay, there's anatomy of the human body. Have you heard of the carotid artery? You know, this one that if you put enough pressure on it, puts people to sleep. Cut that. Bleeds more. There's another one on your leg that actually bleeds even more than that. The kind of places where if you get hit and like shot, you die because that is an artery. Right? So when he says ears bleed more than anything, just patently wrong. Arteries exist.
Well,
They're an anatomy thing that even somebody who doesn't know shit like
okay,
me
well, I
knows
don't know.
about.
I don't
And
know
Trump
about
is
that.
so stupid. He wants to be number one at things that make no sense. I bled the most. I got hit in the most bleedy
But
part
that
of the
is Trump.
body.
That's Trump for you. So
The ear, they say it bleeds the most. No, what he's wanting to refer to is how head wounds tend to bleed a lot.
and yeah, that is.
But it was an
true.
ear wound, not a head wound. So like,
Ears, they bleed more than any part of the body. He said.
and that
was
bleeding
2 days
thing.
ago. No, whoa! Wait a second.
Wait.
They're saying he said that 2 days ago. Here, one
So-
second. You're not gonna be able to see this, I don't think. But there's everybody else. Here, I'm gonna try to pull this up here. I'm not very good at this stuff. You think I would be by now, but
What's the significance of it being 2 days ago?
Trump said that yesterday. He didn't say it 2 days ago. They bleed more than any other part of the body, he said. But like, he said that yesterday.
Okay, but I still don't understand. Why does it matter when he said the thing that makes no
Because
sense to say?
Why does this quote said he said it 2 days ago when he said it yesterday?
Oh, I don't know which
you know,
you have
that's
pulled
just,
up.
it's
I
just throwing
don't.
me weird, you know? Like, I don't know if you can see my screen right now, but like,
No, I see my screen.
okay, weird, okay. But anyway,
Nate's saying the ear does bleed a lot. I don't disagree. It bleeds a lot.
okay,
But
but
saying it bleeds the most, patently false.
okay, I don't care about this
And
right
head
now.
wounds do bleed a
What
lot, and
I
its
care
significance
about is
comes into
why does
MMA.
it say 2 days ago when he said it yesterday?
Mhm.
You know, like, come on, man. You know, like, come on, man.
And anyone who's ever watched wrestling, the wrestlers who don't use the blood pack is the ones that use the razors and like cut like right above the hairline. That's usually where they cut. It bleeds a fuckload. You just watch a Ric Flair match. It definitely does bleed a lot. But at the same time, it doesn't make you bleed to death. Watch a Ric Flair match. Dude's still alive.
Okay.
Ric Flair
And
is still
that
alive.
Mike Tyson fight.
Now, have him do a razor blade to this one and see what happens. He doesn't do that. That's not, no one ever blades there. That's a dangerous place to cut yourself.
Okay, anyway, let's
So-
go on. So
This is where they simulate sleeper holds. So, let's highlight everything. I can't unhighlight it. That's great. All right, so former president is wounded in a shooting. The gunman quickly neutralized, and all of it is caught on camera. But for those who don't believe their eyes, that's just the start of the story. Yeah, literally, this was televised too. It's the
Yeah,
other thing. Like,
it was live, right?
I was watching
So,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for some supporters of Donald Trump, the failure of the Secret Service to prevent the attempted assassination of the Republican former president points to a conspiracy orchestrated by Democratic President Joe Biden. There's literally one of our elected officials tweeted that out saying Joe Biden pulled the trigger or whatever, or called the hit.
Was that JD Vance?
No, it wasn't Vance. It was some other conservative elected person. I don't think it was Vance. For some of Trump's critics, however, the details of the shooting don't add up. They wonder if Trump staged the whole thing. We've had discussions about that particular one. They're saying there's two conspiracies. That's
Yeah.
one that we definitely have already discussed. How, would he, or is that two of them, that Biden did it or that Trump staged it?
Yeah, that's two of them.
So basically, Trump did it or Biden did it.
Yeah.
Are the two conspiracies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
don't know. I mean, I don't think either of those are the
taking
truth.
root online following Trump's attempted assassination. One for each of the Americans.
Ooh. Sorry, this site actually let me make it bigger. But yeah.
Polarizing political spectrums in the split screen republic. So yeah, choosing their own reality. They're Americans are choosing their own reality, they say.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can go and cultivate your own like different
now I have ideas,
social media feeds to the point where you don't
right?
have to hear anything but what you want to hear.
And a conspiracy, no, it's the full lack of confidence, lack of I can't even think of the word right now. But completely failure. Like it was 100% on the local police and Secret Service for not taking care of that.
Just shitty police work, really, or just shitty defense work.
So
why'd they feel so safe?
Anyway, what else is it saying here? So yeah, there's just conspiracies that just like that, and I'm the one that come up with the most conspiracies. I always got conspiracies, but on this one, I'm like, I see what I see. You know what I mean? Like, I saw
One Screen, Two Movies is how Ron Basilian describes the online reaction of the or headline. This guy, Ron Basilian. I don't know who the hell that is. Basilian is a prolific user of social media. I just read that.
Yeah.
A prolific user of social media. He's got like 500,000 karma on Reddit. Okay? So like, if it's not negative. It's all like everybody updated his toots. So, okay. I don't fucking know. He's used X to broadcast his conjecture about the shit. Okay, here's a quote from him. People have their beliefs and they're going to come up with theories to fit their beliefs. That's true. There's definitely people like that that are just immediately deciding what it is without needing anything more. Basilian is one of many Republicans now questioning how the shooter, Thomas Crooks, was able to climb to the roof of a building, providing a clear shot of Trump, and whether law enforcement looked the other way to allow the attempt. Basilian acknowledged that he doesn't have proof to back up his conjecture, but the Culver City, California resident said he's not even from there. Many people will be distrustful of explanations until an independent review of the facts is completed. But again, we have to wait 65 years. This is just the JFK thing all over again. You're not going to get to know. Are you kidding me? Why would you?
Yeah. They're not going to show us anything. Seems highly suspicious, and that's correct. It does look very strange. Said of the attack on Trump, they said, something was going on that was more than a slip-up.
I'm not sure it was. I'm thinking a slip-up is pretty common.
It's not a slip-up, though. It wasn't.
I've yelled before about how ineffective police agencies are.
Well, it was more than a slip-up. A slip-up's like, oops, I left the door unlocked overnight and someone robbed the store, right? This is more
this is an intentional, like, they didn't want to engage a potential active shooter, which just makes me think of Uvalde, which wasn't a potential active shooter. In that case, they didn't want to engage an active shooter, which the protocol for an active shooter is to engage.
First of all, there's some fucking guy with a sniper at
you know what he's there for.
Right,
it's not a question.
Especially a Trump rally. Come on, you know what I mean? You know how many people hate that guy. Like, doesn't matter. Anybody you see someone with a sniper going up that's in plain clothing like that. He wasn't a cop. He was in a friggin' one of those.
Well, I don't want to say he had a sniper rifle. He just had an assault rifle style thing. Is all they've said. I don't think they've told us what kind of gun he had exactly, but it was a long gun. Yeah. Rifle, a long rifle gun. Which that alone, you know you're trying to make a distant shot with that. So like, walking up to the roof with a handgun would obviously look a little different.
Authorities have released no information about Crooks. Surprising, okay? So wow.
Yeah.
They found nothing on his phone. Apparently, there's nothing on that phone at all. He knew how to clear it.
Right? But the authorities are saying they believe he acted alone. That's the kind of important part from their perspective. They have not said there's anybody else. And also with what they allowed Trump to do in that moment where they allowed him to raise his fist after hearing the shooters down, that would have been incredibly insane to do if there was a potential at all, even 0.1%, right? That'd be even more.
Trump just doing what he wanted. Trump was going to do that no matter what. You know, those people weren't going to be able to hold him down. he was bigger than half of them too. So, but he was getting up.
If
no
there
matter
was a
what.
second shooter, I don't know about that.
Yeah, maybe not.
If they had reason to believe there were two shooters, they would have been like, another shooter, sir. There's another shooter.
They're gonna lay on him until it's over. So.
And that they would probably verbalize that to him so that he would stop trying to, and then he'd realize, oh, fuck, okay. And then wait for the other shooters down, sir, and then he'd still get his moment, right? He wanted that moment. I don't know. He just somehow had the right thought to be like, I need the photo op, which is kind of a like disease brain thing too, because like you should want your safety.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like I've never been shot, so I can't say how you react. You're in shock too, right? So your brain ain't working perfectly. Like you're already shocked, so you're like, I don't know. So did he do it?
He's like, I need a photo op.
And we're good for him. It's gonna be
they are using the shit out of it.
Very iconic photo for many, many years. So.
Well, it's gonna be a photo forever. Photos don't stop
forever.
being photos.
I mean, but
Mike.
it's gonna be very.
Do you have photos?
It's gonna be very strong. Like it's. I don't know.
Well, he's only allowed to have one more presidency, so
Yeah.
after 4 more years, it'll be done, right?
But they're still gonna
They
use
won't
that
really-
down the road. I don't know. It might be
No. I mean, when the next person runs,
and that is a few more years. So.
well, who's they? I mean, he's going to keep using it forever because he can't not talk about himself.
His family.
So.
So.
They don't like him.
His granddaughter does. Come on, so.
Wow, you had to like really reach there to find one, huh?
Whatever. His kids. His granddaughter did that speech.
Didn't go for wife or child or father. No.
Well, she's like. I'm just saying, it's like, well, the wife's not going to run for presidency. Melania, she can't, right? But. So yeah, I don't think there's anything. I think it is what it is. It's failure on the Secret Service. Should definitely look into it. Should definitely fire people. Should definitely rethink the situation. So, but it's good. RFK, Trump both have more security now, so that's both a good thing.
You know, this is a clickable thing, but I don't think it actually goes to what it says here.
Yeah.
It says they've already debunked some of these things, which.
Yeah. Well, I'm good.
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to get into much more, is it? Like, it pretty much said the two scenarios they said it was.
Wait, a post from someone claiming to be a law enforcement sniper at the rally who said they were ordered not to fire on the shooter was discredited after it turned out no sharpshooter by his name was working on Saturday. Oh, okay, yeah. There's a bunch of that going around where people are trying to, like, make things on the internet that are related to this event, like whether it be trying to like make it look like Thomas Crooks or now trying to look like the sniper.
I'll say I fell for that. There's a video of what I thought was Thomas Crooks saying that.
Yeah, and in that video, I don't think was. I think that one was debunked.
But then I saw a picture of him. They look pretty damn close. Same glass frames and everything, and same hair. But so I posted.
It's the internet. You got to default think it's not true because
I posted
everything's a lie.
I jumped the gun. I posted it and. Some people got pretty grumpy, called me a liar. I was like, well, it's not really a liar. It was a misinformation. Fact check me. Come on. So.
Yeah, I mean, you're just passing on misinformation. Yeah. That's all.
And it happens. Like, it happens all the time. So.
Well, that's why you got to be careful with how you share things and don't have a certainty around things.
I'll recall things when I'm wrong, so. That's why I haven't recalled anything about Destiny.
Collective sense making. Have you heard of collective sense making?
No.
Experts say we look for information that makes us feel safe or in control of uncertainty. I guess, sure, yeah. So, here's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, well, we'll see more, I guess. So, but yeah, I think we're done with this.
But yeah, I mean, there's obviously going to be rumor mills for a while, and like I said, the main thing is we're not gonna be told the truth for 65 years,
if we ever will. We won't.
Somehow we're talking about Russia, China, and Iran in this article at this point. Who wrote
Well, Iran
this?
did. Apparently, there was a threat made by from Iran about Trump.
Klepper.
All right?
David Klepper from the Associated Press. So he's from AP News.
Okay.
But this is just being published on ABC News. All right. I think that's actually all we have for Trump tonight, everyone. So I know we did a lot about him yesterday, but that's it tonight is just a little bit of extra fallout there.
So, from CBS News, journalists ordered to pay over $5,000 to Italian Premier Giorgia Meloni for making fun of her height. What?
Watch what you say.
Okay. All right.
During this article.
Yeah. So.
Michael.
Okay. I see.
We don't have $5,000.
We'll have to crowdsource it.
Anyways,
Um,
also chat. I would hate for chat to say something about. Oh no. Is this Georgia?
no.
No, it's at her.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
probably not.
No, so.
All right.
Probably not.
Probably not. A judge in Milan has ordered an Italian journalist to pay 5,000 euros. That's not dollars, so it's actually $5,500. We got
damage to the Premier Giorgia Meloni for making fun of her height in social media posts.
All right, so for Italy, is Premier the president, or
No,
or
that'd be the province leader. So.
All right, so she's in charge of
The province.
one of the provinces of Italy. I know nothing about their provinces.
The judge ruled on Wednesday that two social media posts by journalist Cortez, who was also handed a suspended fine of 1,200 euros, 1,300 American, amount to body shaming. I did hear about that was a new thing, but in October, oh wait, that's not.
This looks like they have quite a few provinces. I can't even count them. It's so many.
Wow.
It's not like it's way more than Canada.
In October,
but not as many as we have states.
When Melania was still in opposition, Cortez posted a digitally altered picture on X. It wasn't X at the time, it was Twitter, showing the far-right politician standing in front of the bookshelf with an image of fascist dictator. Benoit, I can't pronounce that. Anyway, in the background. Yeah, okay.
Mussolini?
So that must be a dictator or something? No, I don't know that guy.
Yeah, it says fascist dictator.
Okay,
so yeah, it must be a dictator.
Yeah. Okay,
according to
so
this, it's a dictator, yeah.
All right. So the person, is the person short or is she not short? Was it a fake photo?
Well, I believe she has not officially revealed her height, but can't people just figure it out? Like,
Miana reacted on Facebook by saying that the fake image was of unique gravity and announced that she would take legal action.
Now let's see Wikipedia. Does Wikipedia have her height? Has a lot of things. She's 47 years old. Doesn't seem they have a height.
Jay's in chat said it was just a little joke.
Height.
In the exchange of the followed, Cortez described Meloni as a little woman. She then wrote in a separate post, "You don't scare me. After all, you're only 1.2 meters tall, and I can't even see you." So
that's what got her fined. I was about to say, don't read that part.
That's 4.5 feet. No, that's about 3.5 feet, I guess.
That's what got her fined $5,000, dude. You just said it. There's a clip of you. You gotta watch out.
So,
but I don't think that matters.
But yeah, okay. So that's it. That's all. And then she got charged. That's ridiculous. Come on, so. Hey, there's King Charles.
At least Prime Minister. Wait, is she the Premier or the Prime Minister?
Premier.
No, it says Prime Minister here now.
Maybe she's a Prime Minister now. So.
Maybe? This is 2024, right? So this is yesterday.
Huh. So she's a Prime Minister now.
She's reacting to King Charles during the European
She looks starstruck. So. Like, look at her.
She's trying to choke herself. I don't know why.
I don't know. Now she kind of looks disgusted. She's like, I don't know. Goddamn fucking creepy Charles.
Why is this guy not watching the important thing going on? Do you not care?
No.
Anyway. Italian media reported that Meloni's height is between 5 feet 2 inches and 5 feet 4 inches, though she has never officially disclosed it.
So Jay's also said, now I'm quoting a chat member.
Would that be a small
fine? So,
no, it's huge for us. That's tall. That's the tallest order you could give us. See what I did there?
So on Thursday evening, thank you. Late Thursday, the Italian government had a serious problem with freedom of expression. And the journalist, it's hard to read when you're scrolling up and down like that. Like,
you started in the middle of this.
Well, because the top of it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah. So, but that's why I was confused.
She said she's considering appealing the verdict, right? Which, I would maybe try, unless it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, obviously in America this is ridiculous. Like, what? You could call somebody short in America. That's totally normal. Like, especially just saying your X height, I can't see you. Like John
Yeah.
Cena comes out and says that every single time he wrestled. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's different. But yeah, we gotta stop worried about words hurting people's feelings. So
This government worries about nonsense. It is probably just a clumsy and desperate move to try to hide its general and deep inadequacy. Cortez wrote. Gulia.
Huh.
Cortez, I don't know this person.
she's a journalist, right? But yeah.
Yeah.
Find thousands of dollars making fun of prime minister's height. Yeah. So it is prime minister, not premier. So they messed up at the top. I think they must have just screwed up.
I
at the
think
top of the
so.
article.
That's why I
So,
asked,
yeah.
like, what is this?
Yeah. So
Because I think that prime minister means like that's Biden level, right?
it's not
Trudeau,
the first time
Biden.
the prime minister did that. So who?
Okay,
was
so
another
what else
journalist
did you
or
got?
someone who had criticized her publicly.
Let's see. Okay, so she's going to donate the 5,000 euros to charity if the sentence against Cortez is confirmed and the money is paid.
No, then pay the
She's gonna give it
5K.
to charity.
So she
But
get
what
written
about
off
these
donation,
other
yeah.
instances? We're not going to. Nope. We're not going to talk
That's
about
it. We're
those.
not
huh?
talking about it. It's over.
So she just sues people who says things she doesn't like. I mean, that's a little getting in your
pretty
feelings,
American
isn't it?
of her. Come on. So.
Yeah, it's kind of getting in your feelings a little bit, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure the UK just passed a law saying that you're not allowed to make fun of people online anymore. You can get charged. And Canada's trying to do that.
So in America, you have to be able to demonstrate like the actual like monetary damages you caused.
Nope,
Like
you can.
we can look at the Alex Jones trial; they showed the damages he did, and that's why it was such a huge one for him. Because all he did was words, right? But in America, you know, we do like penalize you for that depending on the words.
So yeah.
But it's the demonstration
What a
of damage.
bullseye on Donald
So,
Trump. Quote
Like
Joe
when
Biden.
you defame somebody, like if I were to get defamed, I can't even demonstrate how that defamation like monetarily hurt me. I will probably get nothing in
What about
payout.
mentally?
But somebody like
Yeah.
Trump has something to lose with a defamation. If somebody were to say something untrue about him, and he could demonstrate they were untrue, he will take them to court because it literally could monetarily affect him and his companies and his associates, known work buddies. So it's a different world for some people. Mike, you can't be defamed. I could say the worst thing in the world about you; it'd have no effect.
So yeah, I guess they're not gonna.
Your hair is frizzy as fuck, and you know
It's
it.
just getting worse as we speak. You know, like.
See, I can get away with that. I just saved you. Wait, no, that was true, so it's not defamation.
Okay.
Your hair looks great tonight.
Yeah. You lying ass. So let's move on.
Oh yeah, we are at the end of this one. Maybe we should have started with this, but it's
We
fine.
could have, yeah, but take it away.
From Kotaku, the whole world came to a halt thanks to a single software update. I should have said that down.
Yeah, jeez. A single what?
To a single. Planes are grounded, hospitals cancel operations, 911 services have failed, but a fix from CrowdStrike has been deployed. So, I mean, I'm sure some people, at least people in the tech world, woke up and heard about this right away.
Yeah, well, like I didn't know anything, but like a few places had no debit or credit this morning. Now it's kind of weird.
And I had a couple like apps I tried to open up that were like I couldn't get into them and stuff. Like Postmates and Uber Eats seemed to be having a problem, and of course they would have financial and stuff on there, so they probably had CrowdStrike.
Yeah, so I wonder what happened.
Somebody did an update and then called it a weekend early.
Yeah, I got whatever too bad.
They pushed a patch and said it's fine. I'll check it in on Monday and see how things are. I don't know. Let's see. But apparently, what it's doing is you'll just literally wake up to a blue screen of death. I have not restarted my computer since this has happened, but also typically your personal computer won't be affected because you shouldn't have CrowdStrike. You don't have a reason to.
Yeah.
But enterprise software, corporate software, at least in America, yeah, they probably do.
And a lot
If
of
it made them
these
SOC
banks
2
and stuff.
compliant or SOC 3 compliant, they did it. So, kind of all it comes down to. Americans are waking up this morning to discover that the whole world isn't working properly.
Yeah, I guess it's not. So.
Not just Americans. We have a Canadian who woke up and had a problem immediately too. So I mean, just saying.
It's a crisis that's spread around the world. COVID-19
Planet.
is spreading like oh wait, sorry. Grounding flights, shutting down hospitals' procedures, and causing worldwide travel chaos. And it's all because of a single software update by cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike.
Yeah, so it really was just somebody pushed an update on a thing, but that thing is used by apparently a lot of things.
Billions of people around the world.
According to CrowdStrike, which is usually the place big companies turn to for help during cyber attacks, an update to their software has caused Microsoft's Windows operating system to crash, resulting in the infamous blue screen of death. Given CrowdStrike's work with 25,000 businesses and how integral Windows is to the running of so many of the world's computers, this error has had monumental consequences.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, who's to blame for the flight people missing their flights and all that stuff?
Well, I mean, are you going to blame CrowdStrike or are you going to blame the airports?
Yeah. I also saw a video.
Choices, right?
There's a video of the plane radar, right? You've seen that? I watched it today. There was like thousands of planes flying around, and then they just started disappearing. Then there was like one, and then that landed, and they were all gone for a bit, and then they all came back. So.
Yeah, that's kind of literally what this is about to say right here. What you were experiencing. American Airlines grounded all of its flights this morning, although as of 6:30 a.m. says they're beginning to run again. So they're trickling them back out there, I guess, as they get enough functional computers back up and running. The problem with the airports is they had you'd look up to where it would say your departure and arrival times, and if your flight's delayed or canceled, those screens, blue screened of death, all of them.
Yeah, that
like at the whole airport, every one of those, so nobody could check their stuff without going and getting in line to talk to an attendant.
Yeah.
And of course, they're not prepared for that because they've had those boards up forever to save on having to have staff answer questions and shit like that, right? So it completely made it a chaotic situation in airports. It says at the time of writing, Delta's flights were still all paused. So that was talking about American Airlines is getting theirs back out, but Delta's are still paused.
Yeah. That's okay. That's quite a bit, right? Like that's a big thing. Now this article could have been written earlier. We didn't check the time, so.
And this is yeah. I mean that's true. I'm sure they're getting it out as quick as possible because they're losing money every minute that they don't. So
in Australia, look at that. In Australia and Europe, where the outages have had a greater effect because they're during the day, it makes 100%.
They woke up to it first.
Hours they're rapid to happen. Hospitals have reported having to cancel operations, which is horrible. One in the UK, almost all GP had to stop seeing
GP means general practitioner, doesn't it?
Oh, general practitioner, yeah, I guess so.
General practitioner practices?
Yeah.
You were saying practice too much.
Avery. Had to stop seeing all but most urgent patients. Okay, so that's, I guess, taking care of the urgent patients. But sometimes it still sucks when you need an operation, you can't get it, right?
Yeah. I mean, this could be... This could literally cost people's lives.
Rump news.
Look, there's a T there. You just don't see it because you just need to not worry about how that works. Captain on my United flight just said we can't take off because a computer system on the plane just crashed. Stuck at the gate. Well, that's a little more alarming when you think about how computerized
that wouldn't be bad at all. Like if they told me that,
planes are too.
For once, it's not Boeing's problem.
You know. Yeah. Well, kind of. Except Boeing probably paid CrowdStrike to use this software, right? So they could have used somebody else besides CrowdStrike, right? We can still blame Boeing here on Borderline
Banter. Stuck at the gate. That'd be be stuck on the plane,
Yeah.
Of course, he's telling how they couldn't take payment. Yeah, that was what I woke up to, right?
DC's Metro stopped running. Did you have issues with your bus?
No, we were all fine. The transit was fine here, right?
Well, you're good there. You're lucky.
Metro and Alaska 911 systems broke down. That reminds me of what happened.
That is really bad. Now, 911's not
I don't know
working.
if you remember. You heard about
for
this.
For the 30 people who live in Alaska.
This was about 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. One of our major phone networks crashed, and we lost debit across the country, and nobody around the country could call 911. Nobody could do nothing. You just get a boo-doo-doot, boo-doo-doot.
That's pretty shitty.
Wouldn't that be the scariest thing ever? You're in an emergency and you go to call 911. It's like, we're sorry. We're unable to connect your call right now. But yeah, so it's crazy how the more technologies we have, it can get worse. And now I'm more mad because Rogers, that was a phone company, Rogers, they just merged